Me did the young antechua and me did the young antechua and maybe I'm discovered for you Pakuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you Ashie? Me discover ye map him. Tap send. Intienne. Also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Let's see come Busia for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
Joe Metal Ministries presents The Kadosh live in London, featuring Onos Aria and Diana Hamilton. Also ministering Tab Worship, Shekinah, Luigi McLean on Saturday the 9th of September 2023. Time 6 p.m. The venue is the Dominion Centre, 9 High Road Wood Green. Standard ticket is £25, £45. Double VIP is £40. To purchase your tickets, go to joemetalmusic.com. Sponsors are Tap Send, Reverb Studios, Joe Metal Ministries, Compassion. Media partners are Rainbow Radio, Hot Digital, 1615 Media, and A Step Forward. It will be a night to remember.
He alone is worthy of our praise.
You are everything that I need, Jesus.
Get ready to enter into a sacred place where hearts unite in praise as we lift our voices and spirits in worship. Join Lady Ajua Ministries as we present In His Presence with Lady Ajua with a special guest, Diana Hamilton. Also featuring Samuel Refine, Lydia Cabs, and Emmanuel Jemfi. It's happening on Saturday, 2nd of September 2023 at 5:30 p.m. The venue is Trinity Baptist Church, 2nd Thornlaw Road, Norwood, SE270OSA. Rate is free. Sponsors Tap Send, Diaspora Insurance, Joint Gospel, Apex Financial Consultants, Media Partners, Footprint TV, Glover's Hub, Alpha Gospel, Hypers Media, Lois Hypes, Palm TV, Skilled Multimedia, and Champ Media. It's happening on Saturday, the 2nd of September. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Come and lay your crowns in His presence.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we all put in our hands on this. This is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradiouk.com, and of course we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Sanko Fatinan, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it, and of course, OT Radio has come to say this is the sound of Africa.
A very good evening to you and welcome to your number one Thursday evening show around the globe. Time with Tap Send with your servant, Nana Kwame Oseitu, live on OT Media TV, OT Radio. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms. And you may say, Yetimi, anywhere share, depending on wherever that you are. Say, Numre, Ayanopa, Ayanajo. Na ejumekobia da Roma ema mitimi edi jumedie ebro tap send and nti say bia wo tie me na ene anwumre won't download the tap send, and I say who need tap sender. I will recommend it for you. It's a mobile app that you can use to send money to Africa and Asia without any hassle. It's free to download, very fast, secured, an easy way to send money to Africa and Asia. I'll recommend it to you. Download it now, and I know very soon you will call me later and say, thank you, Nana Kwame, for recommending Tap for me. It's answer, and they say, oh, call my Ghana more. And I know crowd, and I mean you'll be because I know him set Tap by Jumakuno. It's Ghana, there be, and your Ghana, and a what name, and any part of your money, so free Europe, US, Canada, UK. now we'll call my gun moon. We'll call my gun and crowd to me use tap Edison this come out. And they one more call for us brew a consequence car some rate one more quiet the moment is and it's no madam for be me mammy or my miss Cassam fan come mammy said there be was sending me or tap send this one a door also saying yeah me de call for us brew indigenous call not sending or tap ever breme and it's not just a tap a mobile app and they and na obia eyisu amanfo agye atum and nti bomodian na also download it na eyisu fa send this car ekoma abusuafo e wo my Ghana. And then here can we are talking about property investment in Ghana. Property investment in Ghana. Area bia abreni na yehyiamu ni yedi nkoma a topic bia here enuano ma wa brochiri pa. And nti ene yapomodian ye the property developer abro. Property investor abro and ye lenders omoma mortgage and so banks and so ye the emu baako e de abro ene womoni ebedi ho nkomo ni ahwe kwan pa yebetimi afa so a we can make investment in Ghana in properties and as a real estate but ansana no mami nko tap send aso nei tap send adwumaku no se enka ye ka dodo na omakọ akogu America yenko America ehonom na David Kofi Eje ewo na wonfa de ekoso ewo America enfambre. Dave, a very good evening and welcome to the show this evening.
Nana Kwame,
I can hear you very loud and clear pa.
Nana Kwame, thank you so much. Good evening. Patrick was your former by thank every single person that's on the call. That we now must say. Nana Kwame kind American crowd need come into any and then we have a huge surprise for all of you, or maybe a great addition to the family, which we can be more excited about. Meaning that Nana Kwame strange. I remember Nana Kwame account, but remember highlight from tap sense, Patrick meaning says great to understand your bohom by the busumi be a week be a mere who say bit me be a come in said as you queer form the corner say a corner a view or Nina Nedia Brom, your constant swatia. Yeah, come there swatia, the kind of banner the Abramo. But Munina, either way, Munina Mubaga boy near to us. First of all, thank you. Pacho New York and I want more America to see Pacho Sama near Babylon. In Sobako events be our outside of Virginia for tap outside, New York tap outside, Chicago tap outside. Enjoy the main Kasanche. I'll give it back to Nana Kwame. I want to introduce our newest member of the team. I'm so excited. Nana Kwame Pacho for every few.
Before we will introduce, I mean, tap send the team is growing, the company is growing, so the team is also growing. Before we do that, I mean, Obika said, I'm not ready to unlace your shoe, and I will definitely allow Malta to do that. But before that, Dave, I know say a lot of the team members now do America, and I know say what is happening in America and Sana. You call the big introduction this evening. Dave, talk to us. What is happening in America?
Absolutely. The whole team about America, and unfortunately, they didn't come to visit me. There's a big event going on in US at Ghana Music Awards. Again, Ghana Music Awards. For this weekend, I don't care where you are, come to Ohio. Bro, Columbus this weekend. You have to come to Columbus this weekend. It's the biggest Ghanaian show we've ever had. Tap Send is a proud sponsor. We're very excited to be part of that movement. Ohio to get ready for the show. Mumbra, I know we talked to you guys. You guys have worked with us in so much capacity. And we would like to see you guys in person. Come, sit down, Joy, shake our hands. Let's talk. Now, I'm going to no matter how much things you like and you don't like about a solution. But Saturday with the Ghana Music Awards. I can't stress enough. Columbus. Ghana Music Awards, Columbus, but your mom, right? Anything know me now about it, Kwame, you me to know about
it. All right, that was David Kofi Eje. Dave, thank you very much. I'll cross over to Malto Abraham, Growth Director, Tap Send Africa, and then Enumerate on also Akopimo or New York, Yenti the award and so at the MI. Ora Malto, a very good evening and welcome to the show this evening. I can hear you. Ramato, maintain kapapa. Enti try ne.
Okay.
Very good.
It sounds like everybody else can hear me, so there is probably something. Okay, then I'm quite good evening. If you have a call there.
Nyamina Dum, why fresh? American from man, I said, and why fresh,
There be. I keep telling people, picky blood, they're good blood, so if you don't know the picky men, please look for them. They are fine boys generally. Okay. I've said it. A very good evening to all of you. You see, if you haven't met me before, now I will share. But I've been doing the Kokumauto Abraham. I am a son of Peki. I'm from Peki, but I was born at Central Military Hospital. I lived in Malina Firestone all my life. I went to Presec Legon, and I went to Legon. But then for the last 20 years, the Martina London, and I happen to be the growth director of Tap Send for Africa. So a very good evening to you, and lovely to meet you. If you've seen me before, good evening. Meeting Ghana, just like you. And big thank you to OTV, who starts on the show every single week, and I probably will do the show for us every single week. And a big thank you to all of our customers, like David said, who join this show, support us, help us improve the app, and have helped us build this great community that we call the Tap Send families. Inti, Munyina, you are all welcome, and a very good evening to you. As you know, we have been growing this business, and my role is an Africa role. So the Ghana team has been working really hard, and I'm sure most of you know, you've met a lot of my team. So I come here and do 2 minutes, 3 minutes talking, but in said, all of you know a lot of the team, and we'll keep introducing them every single week so you know who they are. We have Kofi Ajay, who lives in Germany, but he's somebody who's on the show every single week. We have David, who lives in the US. We have Honey Charles, who used to live in Italy, but now lives in the UK. We have Daniel, who is in Italy and manages our Italian stuff. Then we have Elom, who is in Ghana. And we have A-Class, the almighty A-Class, who lives in the UK. We have Teresa, who does customer service for us in the UK. We have Nana Kwame, who also lives in the UK, who manages and runs this show for us every single week. And then there's me, who is everywhere. So every single week, 9 times out of 10, when I'm talking on this show, I am probably somewhere else other than the UK, which is where I spend most of my time. If I'm in Ghana, and that's in Kenya, and that's in Nigeria, and that's in BB. This year, I am in Washington, DC, heading to some meetings here before I then go to Columbus, Ohio. That's where I'm speaking from. So if you're in the US and you haven't seen me before, come to Columbus, Ohio. If you want to see this very fine, picky boy's face, that's totally fine. But the one thing I want to say today is we have a new head of Ghana. We have a new addition to the team. What his role is going to be taking over what I'm doing for Ghana right now. So Ghana is my first love. I've said it many, many times. I have one goal in life right now, which is to move all the money in the West into Africa. And I'm doing that. See, but to help us take the Ghana business forward, we have appointed another brilliant Ghana boy who is going to lead the Ghana team. And his name is Louis Mensah of Charlotte. So today I'm going to introduce him to you. I'm going to bring him on the show. Nana Kwame, please ask him some questions and let's introduce him to our customers. And from time to time, you will see him and he'll be around. It doesn't mean we could be still have home, but Louis will be running the Ghana team and we'll be working with the team to help us improve the product for Ghana once I continue doing my work for Nigeria, for Kenya, for Senegal, for all of those other countries that I look after. That's the only thing I have to say today, is to introduce Mr. Louis Mensah, who is going to be our head of Ghana from now.
Awesome. Welcome,
Louis. You're welcome.
And welcome.
Thank you, Malto. Thanks for that introduction. Nana Kwame, should I go ahead or you jump right in and start asking me questions?
Right. Officially, we want to say a very big welcome to the Tap family. This is a big family that we meet every single family. Then kame ben waki twa unsu kakra ba yentwa unsu all right. This is a team. This is a family that is very dear to us, and we want to say a big welcome to the team. We want to hear from you. What joining what should we expect from you for becoming part of this family? What should we expect from you? As the head of
thank you for the opportunity. I'm very happy, very happy to be here. Malto said Ghana is his first love. Me, I don't know whether it is my first. I don't have a second one. So unfortunately, Malto has many loves. Ghana is his first. Me, I don't have any second one. Right. So when it comes to Ghana, when it comes to getting development, getting things.
Chloe, before you go on, did he say you don't have first love? You don't have first love.
No, he said Ghana is his first love among all the countries. I mean, I said I don't have a first because it's only Ghana. He has second, third, fourth, fifth, maybe. I only have Ghana. It is well. No. Really appreciate it. All pulling his legs aside. I'm very excited about the opportunity. Like Malto said, I'm based in the US. I'm based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I've spent a lot of my life in the US, in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area. I've worked in that area. I've been in the US for about 12 years. I did spend some time in between that in Ghana for several years as well. So very well versed, fully appreciate the context of what it takes to being an immigrant, living abroad, sending money home. I do that. I've been doing that for more than 10 years now. So definitely this is home. This is very warm for me, right? In terms of what should we expect, I think that Malto, the team and Malto have done a great job so far. Right. So I think the team and Malto have done a great job so far in getting us to where we need to get to, at this point. One of the things that we've been hearing, we keep hearing from people this week, we've been going around the US, we've gone to Virginia, we've gone to the DMV area, we've been to the Bronx, right? We are going to Columbus this weekend. We are listening to customers, we are listening to ambassadors. Like, what about the product is not working? Right? What about how you interact with TapTapSend? Is it our customer service? Are there ways that we can what else can we be doing to bring you a better experience, to make sure that your experience of sending money home is as clean, is as beautiful, as enjoyable as possible? So what I'll say is that they should expect an improved TapTapSend. They should expect an improved product. They should expect an improved experience. They should hold us to it. Right. And that's one thing our people, have not shied away from. When it's not working, they'll tell us. They'll give it to us very well. So we expect that they should hold us to a high standard, and they should expect that, whether it is rates, whether it's customer service, how the app works, pending, all of those things, they should expect a high bar from us. And we are going to keep working tirelessly to make sure that we bring the best. I mean, people are working very hard abroad. We want to make sure that their hard-earned money gets where it needs to get to when it needs to get there. Thank you.
Right. Malto, anything from you before we move on to the topic of the day?
No, I'm looking forward to hearing what the guests we have to say on real estate in Ghana. And we haven't talked about real estate in a while, so it's actually quite good to have something to show that we all care about. Me, I know, I want to try and buy a house in Ghana. I want to do Airbnb in Ghana. That's the things I want to do in Ghana. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. But before that, a very big thank you to you and a very big welcome to Louis for joining the team. Please love him as much as you love me. Please give it to him as much as you give it to me. And let's keep this family going. And I'll still be here. But from now, you'll see Louis Mensah more than you'll see me. That's totally fine. And those of you who don't join this show every single week, and therefore don't listen to my intro every single week, that intro will be changed a little bit, because Louis will come with his own style, and will come with his own accoutrement. He's not from Picky, unfortunately. He didn't live in Medina for after all his life, unfortunately. But he's going to be great. I trust him totally, and I'm leaving you in capable hands. Nana Kwame, that's it from me. And Louis, you're welcome.
Thank you.
A big relief for Malto, because being the head of Africa. Today he's in Kenya, Kenya in the park, Ghana party in the park, Nigeria party in the park. At least we'll be focused on Kenya and Nigeria for now. Whilst Louis will be focusing a bit more on Ghana. Yeah, but from time to time, he will still be around because, I mean, this family, in the first love, only the Aussie way and the first love. Mimi Kobusa said the first love way and then the second love way. Mimbusa. So guys, thank you very much. But I know you're going to be at the background, and when we come to Tap Send Focus section, you will still contribute. I will take a quick ad break. When we come back, we are talking about property investment in Ghana, and we have on the show today somebody from Whitewall Properties, First National Bank, and Angel Finance Group. They are all going to be with us to talk to us about property investment in Ghana. Quick one, I'm taking a breather and we will be back.
Tap send, oh. Tap send, yeah. Send more, spend less. Send more, spend less. Send more, spend less. Send more, spend less. If you want to transfer money quickly, waiting for you. Tap send, very safe, very fast, very secure. Tap send, very easy, affordable and convenient. Tap send, you want to send money to Africa and Asia. Tap send, if you want to transfer money quickly, waiting for you. Tap send, very safe, very fast, very secure. Tap send, very easy, affordable and convenient. Tap send, no fees, they got their best rate. Tap send, send more, send more. Send more, oh yeah, send more, send more, do, send more, send more, send me beat again, yeah. Tap, send.
Joe Metal Ministries presents The Kadosh live in London, featuring Onos Aria and Diana Hamilton. Also ministering Tab Worship, Shekinah, Luigi McLean on Saturday the 9th of September 2023. Time 6 p.m. The venue is the Dominion Centre, 9 High Road Wood Green. Standard ticket is £25, £45. Double VIP is £40. To purchase your tickets, go to joemetalmusic.com. Sponsors are Tap Send, Reverb Studios, Joe Metal Ministries, Compassion. Media partners are Rainbow Radio, Hot Digital, 1615 Media, and A Step Forward. It will be a night to remember.
He alone is worthy of our praise. Kadosh, 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 Kadosh.
Last year, we sold out the Lincoln Theater, and Columbus, Ohio asked us to come back. It's that time again. Columbus and America, are you ready? Get your tickets and dancing shoes for this year's Tap Send Ghana Music Awards USA.
Some girls nowadays, them ask for some crypto.
Happening live on the 26th of August at the Plush Lincoln Theater, Columbus, Ohio. For ticket info, go to my.cbusarts.com/5662. That's my.cbusarts.com/5662 or www.gmausa.org/tickets. Remember, 200 plus tickets are already gone. Don't wait to be told. Grab your tickets now. Sponsored. Powered by
2023 Newcastle African Cup of Nations live on Saturday, 26th of August 2023 at Walker Activity Dome, Newcastle, NE63BR. Come, this is a clash of Africa on the football pitch.
My name is Dionido, Nigeria.
My name is Tony. I'm the captain for DRC Congo. The ABC Joe representing Ghana. We are fired up. We are fired up for today. This tournament will be our tournament. Don't worry. We're very prepared. We're very ready to go and enjoy. Hopefully we'll win it. We are fired up. We are the ones winning this game. So, you know, football is a tricky thing. So you don't know. On that day we'll decide. But I know Nigeria is very strong. In a previous tournament we went through the final with them. Well, there's very, very strong teams around. So, football is a tricky thing. So, you don't know. If you win this tournament, how will you celebrate?
This event is proudly sponsored by TapTapSend. TapTapSend. Fast, easy, and secured way of sending money.
Right. So welcome back once again on OT Media TV. Time with TapTapSend with your servant Nana Kwame or Said2. And we are talking about property investment in Ghana. When it comes to property investment, it's a very big topic. But tonight we're going to focus on development, mortgage, and buy-to-let. Ebani development, obi ohonuma, obe na adwin se ono abeto na asase. Amabusuafo asi anase onya time wako Ghana no akosi kakra no aba onya sika no osan akọ no akosi kakra obi nso de o se obekọ property developers so na wako akoto edan either by cash or through mortgage obi ohonom a obeto no off plan bra ye ba be si dan na anase obi mpo de o twen se ye be si dan na wie no wato. Any nyame ayadom yensa aka hwa properties for ababe kan ho ye mami Mrs. Deborah Asamoa-Baah ono enoye head of sales and marketing Whitewall properties ene oni eba bedin komo ekwan ben ena se obi pese oto edan Whitewall obetimi afaso no wetimi atodan with you henfa ena mo adan mo payment terms say more mortgage payment plan sene etibia ene oni ebekasa ono ewipe First National Bank for enso ene ebekasa na fi Angel Finance Douglas Luxury Apartment ono so ene ababekasa about buy to let obi ompokra dia ono awasi ni fi ezi Ghana woko Ghana afi edan na esi honom ena otua ho electricity da bia wo bodan ne hoka edan na mfasika bia emre no ene owura Douglas Oppong ene ebetwetwe nkomo kwan a odan esi Ghana ebetimi aye cash machine e di amount ene yenko na yene Whitewall for entwetwe nkomo. Sister Debbie, a very good evening and welcome to the show.
Nana, good evening. No, with that respect, Mama, akwenya saying to me, no, embedded in Comoy. Make a sense of fancy be film kakaba, marry me home. Namako,
Emphatic akra means a fantini so dear. Untimin can fantina throughout. We'll not brofon in them, Nina,
marry me when I'm maka chino. And see, na to send out kaya no me ejuma could be a friend Whitewall properties. Na ECC properties na ya ton ama yenya no me wa mana ne omo Ghana ni na say ye ba system no mu ye di emfie du eni nachi na you see their friend townhouses gated communities, and you see individual houses and you see apartments. So you see, we also enjoy your cherished clients. Yes, some manage your properties in Maomo, and to say your rent amount, your better so amount, and in Whitewall, your property management companies almost in your year side mano. Now, and they have a topic now, what they are to journal so. We say how to get a property to buy. Say upesa auto property. First idea say what you know who crying is say property na me to for the investment and as say me to na market name. Say investment you too for say what the end to nya return on investment kese as in say what on our rent out investment means upesa renting it out. What on our renting it out and nya rental no ebeko stroke kakra na say location ehu hia pa because emphasis na say maybe a oba Ghana aya locations na wo ka kire me say open no that means say eno aso na we wo omo fi abuchi bombe to me a renting in na omo person omo tena enti eno na location hu hia to buy you two for near kire say oh so beto for investment there and there location ni with me about so benya property bi to say ɛwɔ cantonment bɛka sɛ apartment menya apartment 1 bedroom for bi a $180,000 obi bɛka sɛ $180,000 no me de kɔ ebi a enka me de kɔ kaso a na bi anka metumi enya 10 bedroom house but enso rental ne bɛka bɛbɔ me na difference wo nti ɛno so yɛ very important sɛ wo pɛ sɛ wo tɔ property so o ma yɛ hu nya wo de yɛ ebi so bi si o me kɔ retirement mɛba Ghana me retire in the next 5 years nti ni pe baabi a me ba metumi abɛtena nso ebi true for send ye hwe baabi amenities so go ntumi nkɔtena abroche 20 years to say Brahma out na obi oba Ghana or send me kɔtena baabi a kwan no kora kan ntumi nkɔ nti ɛno so no yɛ true for say if akaka kan na bra w'anim saa no wokɔ retirement a woba fie a you enjoy all the amenities there. But your Whitewall ne say we have off-plan properties. We have properties I say.
Sorry to interrupt. I've got some audience that they want to buy property from you, but they cannot understand our local language, so we can blend it a little bit so that those non-Ghanaians can also understand what we're talking about today.
Okay, so I can switch to English, or
yes,
have
please.
to blend it. I'll blend it.
Yeah.
I will blend it. Okay, so from let me just recap what I just said in English. I work for a company called Whitewall Properties. We develop properties in prime areas for our cherished clients. Our aim is to help all our clients get very good return on investment, and also even for living purpose to get to get locations that they can have access to all amenities in Ghana. Some of the services that we post sale services that we do is also managing your property for you. We have property management companies that can manage your property, whether the personal one or the one for investment, where we get you clients, we get you tenants, and also to maintain your property for it not to lose its value. So we don't wait for your property to run down before you have to come back and now come and repaint. I know people who come to Ghana every year and they will have to repaint their house. They have to remodel their house before they can live in. But with Whitewall, if you are with us, we make sure that every time you come to your house, it's as new as the first time you got it from us. And as I said, we have apartments, we have townhouses, and then we have individual homes as well. We also develop in areas like Cantonment, East Legon Hills, Jolu, and all the other prime areas that you can think of. We are also very soon going to go to Kumasi. Kumasi is our next stop, and then we'll do all the other regional capitals. And that would also help us when we get more requests from you, knowing how well our clients would want us to go. Hello?
Okay, you can go on. Go on. It looks like somebody is recording this. This person, you are not authorized to do so. We are streaming live, and you can pick the live feed from YouTube, which is OT Media. So please stop recording. You are not permitted to do that. Please stop doing that.
Recording stopped.
Thank you very much. You can pick the live feed from YouTube, which is OT Media TV platform. Thank you very much. Debbie, so can you tell us a bit more about your properties prices, where they are, 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed, apartment, and their prices, payment plan, do you do mortgages? Tell us a bit more about that.
And see, your properties, your apartments, they started from $120,000 to about $180,000, depending on location. Your location is started free East Legon, around Ashie, We have some in Jolu, and you will be so cantonment. And return on investment on the property. The Alberton 120,000 or East Lagos. No, rental is around $1,300 to $1,500 per month. International return on investment is more than 10%. Jolu then Albania 160,000. Return on investment is between $1,500 to $1,800. And cantonment so A180, that is between $1,600 to $2,000 you can get for our 1-bedroom rental. Our 2 bedrooms also starts from $200,000 to $280,000, depending on the location. The location in our East Legon, Jolu, and cantonment. And your townhouses. Your townhouses and started free East Legon Hills, gated community, and 3-bedroom plus boys' quarters. We have $200,000 all the way to cantonment. It will be $650,000. It will be what East Legon. So starting from $350,000 all the way to $450,000, and also what East Legon. That is between 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom plus boys' quarters townhouses. Your payment plan. So you started projects now. That is if you join us the off-plan sales now. And first of all, you have very good bargaining powers. And your fan say we investor. Why do you we invest in a company anymore? And do sana very good payment plan. A summer bargaining plan. It's a property take you off say 24 months. If it's going to last 24 months, we give you the payment. You spread you over the 24 months for you. And ABR 20%, 20%, 20%, and now 25%, 25%. And now based on work obani any negotiation able to meet you. Na so obana so catch and say, oh, ABR Sisiano. Me pedino, but me 24 months mean to me nyasasi kanini na ya catch, so don't worry. To send ya any mortgage banks na my First National. We work with them very well. And see, you better send the email near introduce your match. Never catch and say so we our equity portion. MIA into the nice part grand says equity portion during the construction period na it meet chimuka come out. Now watch him teaching kakama now who say between that period Uber to me if you could be chimney somehow and on the embo supi, so you're able to pay it over that period. But say ABR you see a dear bank would require say so with your equity portion I show at from say with you then they would also give you that they will also give you the back a mortgage amount now will qualify for it. And so far that's what we say. Yes, also immediate payments so on. I know so be able to have so me more property mo say 400,000, but mo say be take you off and say be 12 months. Maybe I cross amount way. Person you tuning in now of anti-mamisa discount and also calculations we say it makes a better benefit. We look at it and then we are able to consider the offers that you also bring to us. In the Whitewall, customers I say we are here to serve our customers. Yes, so which would be sub banks in your documentation. There's no property you buy from us that is not titled property. Into Uber free or honoma, know that we are going to go off with a title property. The due diligence in International Barber Langard and Tokwa, and African Barber Cancer, and I me chasing me title, and I mean Sanka, and I mean First National for Kabiti dances a Whitewall dear. When ye did Juma. Wunya problem with documentation. Before you basically your property in baby, na share secrecy on crata, and the amawa will be correct. And I'm saka and yes, I manage him out. Definitely the opportunity we see which is an kind of we seen a diary or carburetor every day be about be a by dining where you must say, Yawaha, what catch I said, mention some and I know you will cleaners, you will now your property management, they will take care of the property for you. Until you will not get any issue with say banami dino ayabasa. Banami dino ayabasa basa basa basa. Until that is one of the services that we can give to you from Whitewall Properties. Any other question? Anything that I've left out?
Yeah, okay. So there are a few questions coming up. I think we will pause here for now. I will pick a quick ad break. I'll come back, and when I come back, we will be talking to First National Bank, and after First National Bank, we will talk to Mr. Douglas Oppong from Douglas Luxury Apartment in Ghana, and after that, I will pick all the questions that are coming through in the chat room. So at this point, producer, a quick ad break from Whitewall Properties and mini First National Bank for Bekasa. Right, so that was Whitewall Properties. She will come back for the Q&A section. But at this point, I would like to introduce to you Elizabeth Ashie. Elizabeth Ashie, a Business Development Analyst at First National Bank. Elizabeth, a very good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening.
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
By His grace, I'm also doing well. I love your new look.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, Elizabeth, this is not the first time appearing on this show. You've been with us before, so you know what my audience want from First National Bank. We want to hear from you when it comes to mortgages in Ghana. How can one acquire a mortgage through First National Bank? Talk to us about First National Bank and their mortgage products.
All right. Thank you, Nana Kwame, for having me on your show once again. All right. So let me just delve straight into matters and not beat around the bush. So for an individual to acquire a mortgage from First National Bank, what we usually do is we assess you based on your income levels. So we have mortgages for both Ghanaians, residents, we have Ghanaians living in the diaspora, we have non-Ghanaians that are also in the diaspora and also want to settle, or they intend settling, just like we had the year of return. We had a lot of inquiries coming in from those who are out there, and then they want to purchase a property, or they want to settle here in Ghana. Mortgages for both Ghanaians, non-Ghanaians, and every other person, whether you are self-employed, you're a salaried worker, what have you, provided you have a good stream of income, or you have a source of income, then we are able to assess you based on what you provide us with, and then we can give you the mortgages. So for our mortgages, we have various products. We have the home purchase, we have the home construction, we have the land purchase, we have the equity release, where an individual already has his or her home, and then can use the home as a collateral to secure some funds. We also have the refinance, but for the basis of this audience, I'll just go straight to either land purchase, home purchase, and then construction. So if you intend buying land to develop, the bank is willing to lend up to 60% the value of the land, so which we term as the loan to value. So we'll release up to 60%, and then the individual or the applicant will release or make a deposit, a minimum deposit of 40% to the owner of the property. And then we have the home purchase, where we do up to 80% the value of the property, and then the individual will make a minimum deposit of 20%, and then we spread it over a period of minimum 5 years, maximum 20 years. But assessment is based on your income. Inti sebi or you're salaried worker, or you're self-employed, or you're consultant, or you're living, or you're nurse, registered nurse. We have everything. We have mortgages, or we have plans for everybody that intends buying through a mortgages from First National Bank. And see, opese buy maybe obeto their rental and to generate a source of income, like you are buying from Debbie Mohua. And then we can also do that for you as well, where you are buying as a buy to let. So that product sits under a home purchase, but the variant is buy to let. So you buy to let as an investment purpose. So we consider all that in the assessment. And then also, if you want to construct, you want a particular design which you haven't seen on the market, or a developer hasn't got that design, so you want that dream home, we can also give you a facility to build. So you build in tranches, you build in stages. So we have stage 1 and stage 2, where you be building during the stage 1, and then the stage 2 is where you be servicing your mortgage for a minimum of 5 years, maximum of 20 years. Also, Diane, ABI, you started building to a level, let's say the lintel or the gable level, and then you intend completing, because ABI, as at then, you were cash strapped, or before you left the country, then we can also give you funds to build. And you support with building permits, and then your bill of quantities from a quantity surveyor. So it has to be approved before we give you the funds. We ensure, say, whatever we are giving to you, the individual, will be enough, or let me say sufficient, to put the property to a completion level, or make it habitable for you to live in. To maybe roofing, and then the property will just be bare. Then that means our purpose will not be accomplished. So what we can do is we will ensure, say, bill of quantity now, a quantity surveyor has approved, has gone through the bills, and then whatever you need to complete the property or make it habitable for you and your family to move in, no, will ensure say Nina I all right, then we can release funds to you to build. For this audience, also, if you have a property here in Ghana, now per se, when you use it as a collateral to secure funds to maybe buy another property here in Ghana, and also no ewo into yebetumi assessment based on the value of your property, no, na yamao up to 70% the value of your property. Into assuming say property no 100,000, the bank can lend up to 70,000, and then we can use that. You, the individual, can use that to maybe buy another property. And I be at senya for Debbie no ebi alcohol some minimum deposits. And I say you need it as a top up to complete your property now. Then we can release the funds to you, and then you can use it to buy that property. Say salaried worker, you be need 3 recent pay slips, 3 recent months pay slips with its corresponding bank statements, and then a credit report from either Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion. We'll also need your employment letter to confirm that indeed you are working with this employer. You fill the application form, and then you give us the basic requirements. Will be edgy, like a passport picture, your utility bill, your photo ID. If you have a permit, then you support also with a permit. If you are buying from either a developer, let's say land or house, you take an offer letter. So the offer letter will be addressed to you. So for instance, Nana Kwame Ekoto Efi Whitewall, the offer letter will be addressed to Nana Kwame. So it will be addressed to you, and then it will state the specifics of the property that you are buying. It gives the location, the value of the property, and all that. And you attach that to the document which you'll be sending through to the bank. And then we can also maybe if there's nobody from your end to assist, the bank can go there, take pictures, and we use that as pre-assessment document. The developer or the vendor will also give us a copy of their site document. So it's either a registered indenture or a land title certificate. You be use it to do the process. Into from there, once you submit all your documents, we ensure within 48 hours, you should get a letter of intent. That is an official letter which is communicating to you, say we have received your documents and then we are about to process. So you sign, so it's not a binding agreement. So you can choose to walk away from there. But if you intend proceeding, then we can, once you sign, then it goes to our credit unit, and then they do their checks with regards to the documents which you have submitted, your pay slips, your bank statements, your credit reports, if you have some credit cards, if you have some open credits, if you have revolving loans, if you have a mortgage, if you have what have you. So we do all our checks to ensure, once we release the funds to you now, you'll be able to make your monthly repayment, service your obligations rightly without being in a tight corner, if I should put it that way. So from there, you receive an offer letter from the bank or a facility letter from the bank stating the terms and conditions of the facility which you have taken. So if it's a land purchase or a home purchase, it will give you all the details of that. And then whatever the bank has to do as a bank, a lender to you, the requirements as a bank, the requirements from the applicant, and then the requirements from the vendor. As part of the process, the vendor, as at the time which you have qualified for the loan amount, will request for an evidence of the deposit which you have given to the vendor. So if it's an 80-20, assuming you are buying a property worth 100,000 and you qualified for the 80,000 now, the bank will request for the minimum deposit of 20,000 deposits now. I'm a vendor, so we'll request for an evidence. So if it was via transfer, you give us a copy of the statement showing that narration in the to the vendor or the developer. And then the vendor also give us, depending on the site of the property, the vendor also give us site plans. We release site plans and then barcoded site plans with an indenture to the bank. And then whatever is necessary or whatever is stated on the facility letter, the vendor also gave us all those things. You also, as an applicant, you have to fulfill your obligations by doing your property insurance, and then life is not compulsory, but property is. So you have to do your property insurance and life insurance. You settle all fees which you are supposed to. But before settling fees, we ensure we conduct due diligence so that we know that we are in the right line. A right line, let me just say that maybe we are buying from an individual who has given you an indenture, and then the indenture is stating, or the indenture is in the person's name, but we conduct a search and then we realize that the indenture is not in the individual's name. So because we have you, the client's interest, we ensure, whoever we are going to release funds to, the person's name should be on the report. So our due diligence ensures that all reports that we have from our third-party service providers, valuers, surveyors, lands commission, everything falls right. So if it's satisfactory to us, that is when the applicant starts releasing, or you start getting prepared to pay your mortgage, your fees, any outstanding fees that you have. You sign the mortgage agreement, and then we'll be willing to release the funds to your vendor. Also, if you want to buy, and assuming income in enough, if you have a sibling or a spouse, you can jointly put your heads together by submitting both incomes. So we assess both incomes, and then that can cushion both of you to qualify for an amount which will be higher than maybe if just one person is applying for it. So you have the option to do a joint application with either a spouse or a sibling who is going to support with their pay slips, their bank statements, credit reports, and then what have you, their employment letter. So those are the options that are there. Currently, I'll say, before you retire your facility, the bank will ensure on a best effort basis, before you retire your facility, we can work on your land title registration, because if you are buying from Whitewall can only give you an indenture, and that indenture is not in your name. Or it will be in your name, but it wouldn't be registered. So the bank will ensure on a best effort basis to register your property for you before retiring your facility. Is there anything that I have left out at the moment? At this moment, I'll just leave it out. If there are any questions, I've seen some questions pop up in the chat room. I've seen some questions which I'll attend to. There's a colleague also to assist. So if you need any assistance or the questions, I'm still here. Thank you very much.
I will definitely come back to you with a question and answer section. But at this point, I will take a quick ad break. And when I come back, Mr. Douglas Oppong from Douglas Luxury Apartment will be making a presentation to us about buy to let. And he call it how to turn your property into ATM machine. Producer, a quick ad break. When we come back, Mr. Douglas Oppong will take the center stage.
May the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you.
Joe Metal Ministries presents The Kadosh live in London, featuring Onos Aria and Diana Hamilton. Also ministering Tab Worship, Shekinah, Luigi McLean on Saturday the 9th of September 2023. Time 6 p.m. The venue is the Dominion Centre, 9 High Road Wood Green. Standard ticket is £25, £45. Double VIP is £40. To purchase your tickets, go to joemetalmusic.com. Sponsors are Tap Tap Send, Reverb Studios, Joe Metal Ministries, Compassion. Media partners are Rainbow Radio, Hot Digital, 1615 Media, and A Step Forward. It will be a night to remember.
He alone is worthy of our praise. Kadosh, 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 Kadosh.
Right. Forgive me. There was a little technical hitch with regards to FMB ad. We want to take Mr. Douglas Oppong to make a quick presentation to us about buy to let. Right after that, I'll open the floor for question time. Mr. Douglas Oppong, a very good evening and welcome to the show once again. We can't hear Mr. Oppong, so producer, check your end for me. Okay, it looks like Mr. Oppong, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. Great.
A very good evening to you and your listeners. Thank you for having me back.
Thank you. And my viewers as well. Because we are on TV, we are on radio. Yeah, so yeah. Right. So yeah. Tonight we are talking about property investment. We've had Debbie from Whitewall Properties, Elizabeth from First National Bank talking to us about mortgages. I mean, as an experienced property expert, property investor, Douglas Apartment, Douglas Luxury Apartment, Douglas Court. I mean, talk to us about buy to let and, as you term it, how to turn your property into ATM machine.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here again. And I think I've met Debbie a couple of times in London. And I've been talking to Elizabeth as well. I think as of yesterday or the day before, we were chatting. So yes, I've been in the real estate game for some time. And I think my journey came when my journey about real estate investment was when I was a young boy. You know, I've told the story before. I lived in one room with 3 siblings, and, you know, everybody else I knew had a room to themselves. So my biggest ambition at the time was to get into real estate, and I have done that. But I got into property investment out of a misfortune. At the time, I decided that I wanted to buy a property to rent out because I had an issue with my partner at the time. And in London at the time, when you have an issue with your partner, you go to work, you come back, your things are in a black bag bin land waiting for you. So I came back as a younger chartered accountant.
Mr. Oppong, I won't ask the name of your partner, so you go on.
Well, okay. So basically, I came back, my things were in black bin line, go away. So I decided to buy a property, and we got back together, fortunately. And so I started renting the property, and I realized that the residual income that was coming was great. And so I scaled up to buy quite a number of portfolios, property, build my portfolio in the UK. At the time, Ghana was not part of my equation. If you gave me a property in Ghana, I'll probably say, forget it. Because my mind was all UK-based, you know, Uncle Tom-based. But in the last 15 years, I bought a property and I built it up in a nice location. But what I realized was that I was living in the UK most of my life, or all my life, and I'll go to Ghana once in every 2 years. But by the time I get to Ghana, there is a lot of mold. I have to pay bills and water and do a lot of things. So I realized that the property was empty and I was living in the UK. So, and when I go there, I stay there 1 month and I come back another 2 years, 3 years, and you haven't been. That is what a lot of people in the diaspora do. A lot of people too, they take loans and from the West, and they go and build big mansions. In Ghana, in Tree, we call it Bejimibre. Bejimibre is people build mansions on a big plot of land or a small plot property on a large piece of land and wasting the land or maybe their money. So I converted my 3-bedroom house into 7 apartments. It took me just about 2 years to do that. So for the 3-bedroom, I knocked down the garage, the boys' quarters, and I've converted them into 2 1-bed apartments, 3 2-bed apartments, and 2 3-bed apartments. And Prince Nana Kwame, you've been there yourself. And so I did that, hopefully, knowing that when I go to Ghana, I can take one of those properties and live in. And believe you me, we completed that in December 2021. And I have not looked back. Those properties in Ghana, my 3-bedroom house, which is now 7 apartments, it's my ATM machine. Literally every single day or week, I get monies in my Vodacash account, my CD account, and my dollar account. So as I stay in London right now, for the last 1 month, I have not touched any pound account. I use this my CD account ATM machine. For all my ATM machines, I use it to buy petrol. This is my CD account from EcoBank. And that is what I use here in Ghana, in the UK, even though the money is coming from Ghana. So when I say turn your property in Ghana into an ATM machine, I really literally mean it, because I can use this ATM, this card, which is a CD card. I go to any ATM machine in the UK and I withdraw pounds. That is unbelievable. This one is the dollar account where people pay dollars into. That again is my ATM card from Ghana. So I don't have to use my card or my work earnings in the UK. I can literally be spending money from Ghana in London. That is why I say turn your property into an ATM machine. Now, what you have to do is either you buy the property to let normally, on the normal assured shuttle tenancy where you rent the property on a monthly basis. But a lot of people do that. And when they decide to go to Ghana, they have nowhere to live. A lot of people do that. When they go to Ghana, they have nowhere to live. They have to go and book hotels. But what I'm trying to teach you is your own property, turn it into a short stay, what they call Airbnb. Airbnb is just the colloquial term for short stay. So make it a short stay apartment, a short stay property. That way, you can use your property to let out to people on short basis. You can do it for weekly, on a daily basis, or monthly basis. And then when you're going to Ghana, you block the calendar. You go live in the property. When you're out of the country, the property is making money for you. And if you're somebody like me who sees opportunities in Ghana, I can tell you that my 2-bedroom property in Ghana makes me more money than my 2-bedroom property in the UK. Ghana is a very lucrative place to be and to invest in.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Mr. Oppong, please, you are on mute. Mr. Oppong, you are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So if you haven't got people or resources to to run your Airbnb for you, we have resources, and there are a lot of people out there who can help you. So when I did this, I realized that the money was very good. And so I mobilized some more money and bought not my 7-bedroom apartment. My 7 apartments are in Adenta in Pantang Junction. So I thought that it would be a good idea to buy luxury apartments. So I bought in the middle of Accra, some luxury apartments there. And because of the location, those are turning out to be even better investment. So my advice to people is, If you're thinking of buying a property from Whitewall, from whoever, then you need to think about what you're going to do with the property, because just buying the property to go and live in it and come and stay in your in the UK or Germany or US is not the way to do it. But Jimmy Breno, the days of not knowing how to invest in real estate, these days you can't eat your cake and have it. You can have your property, it will be generating income for you. You go back, you live in it. It's your holiday home, but it also makes money for you. So you need to think about where you're buying the property from, who you're buying the property from, because the developer you buy the property from is extremely important. I have had a lot of issues with developers in Ghana. And, you know, the way they do their things, sometimes it beggars belief. So if you're going to buy a property from a developer to use it for your short-term or short-stay Airbnb, you must actually make sure that the developer agrees to that. Because there's no point buying the property and the developer will tell you that in their bylaws, you cannot rent the property for 1 night or 2 nights when your budget was that. I have encountered several of these in Ghana. And so if you're going to buy a property to use it for Airbnb short stay, then you better be sure that the developers' bylaws accept that. If you're building a property and you're building it on your own, and you're already at a stage now where you were building a 4-bedroom house, 6-bedroom house, my advice to you is go back to your architect. Let your architect know that, look, you want to build a property as you wanted, but you can actually make the property into apartments or build it in a way that you can have a section of the property that you live in and you can rent some as well. So there are all sorts of ways that you can invest in real estate in Ghana. And, you know, for me, short stay Airbnb is my model. That is what I teach people at the moment. And we have staff in Ghana who would come and assess your property. If you've got a property, you want to use it for Airbnb, I have got a team in Ghana. They'll go and look at your property and advise what you need to do, how you need to divide it into apartments or studios or whatever, or how you need to stage it up so that we can get your property becoming your ATM machine. We also even go as far as listing your property on Airbnb, Booking.com, VRBO, all the OTAs that we have, and making sure that your property is your ATM wherever you live.
Making sure that your property is your ATM wherever that you live around the globe. Right. Mr. Paul, one who also asks, considering the economic climate these days in Ghana, would you still advise one to invest in property in Ghana?
I'm not a politician, but what I know is that real estate defies convention. You know, in 2008-10, in globally, really, particularly those of us who were in the UK, we were hit below the belt with the property market crashing. But the market is up again and property prices have risen. The same with Ghana. The economy in Ghana is not as strong as it probably was before. But since I got into the market in the last 10 years, I must say that I can't see any changes. The changes I've seen is that people are shifting from homes, townhouses, into apartments. You will see in the skyline of Accra a plethora, a number of apartment buildings, tall buildings coming up. Why? Number one, because land is very, very rare in Ghana. Land is very scarce in Ghana. So when a developer gets a piece of 1 acre land, they want to maximize. How do you maximize as a developer? You build up, you don't build across. And that is what Ghanaians used to do. We used to build across and occupy the whole land with a small, flat structure. Now we're building into the sky with so many apartments, and that is what developers are doing. And I think for now, that is what is there. So the economy in Ghana, for real estate, there couldn't be a better time. It is when economies are low that you, the investor, must step in, because that is the time you can bargain. That is the time the developers are looking for people they can't find because there are a lot of investors. And so that is the time you can actually make more more negotiations to obtain a property that would go well in the future for you.
Right. Mr. Oppong, we will end the presentation session here, take a quick ad break. When we come back, it's going to be time for question and answer. So please stay tuned. I will take 1 or 2 ad. Then when I come back, we'll take questions from our audience, and our guests will do justice to that for me. Producer, a quick 2 ads, then we will come back for question and answer.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we open the hands of this. This is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradiouk.com, and of course we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Sankofat Tinan, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it. And of course, OT Radio has come to say this is the sound of Africa. Welcome.
So, you heard it all from Deborah from Whitewall Properties, Elizabeth from First National Bank on mortgages, and Mr. Douglas Oppong, Douglas Luxury Apartment and also Angel Finance Group on buy-to-let, how you can turn your property into ATM machine. This is the time for you. So what question be, if you have any question and you are on Zoom, ubetimi ama on Sasso, and your question can go to any of them, either Deborah, Elizabeth, or Douglas. And if you also want to put your question in the chat room, I will also pick it in the chat room for you, and I will ask for you. At this point, I will ask my guests for them to put their contact details also in the chat room, and I will be biara person or contact you later on after the show biara, and also wait to me I contact you. At this point, I will go to Elizabeth. Na mebusa se Elizabeth. Obi busa se opese Oji mortgage through First National Bank. What are the requirements? And ohia say or submitted for the application to be successful.
Okay, thank you for the question. Inti say obe submitting a documents. Ope say on your mortgage application requirements. Any say obe fill a mortgage application form, or then a passport picture back home, or then a photo ID, so a national photo ID, so a passport, or if you have the Ghana card, you can attach the Ghana card to it as well. And then you give us, if you're a salaried worker now, Obama 3 recent months of your pay slips with its corresponding bank statement into your bank of month of August. August is almost ending. You can give us your statement for the month of August, and then you give us July and then June. So when to me am for August, now be to me am for July. So you give us July, June, and then you give us May. And then you give us the same thing for the bank statements. Into my bank statements for May, June, and July. Over my pay slips for May, June, and July. Now my employment letter. Into employment letter from your employer. And then you give us a credit report either from Experian or Equifax. Now, and also, or any credit card, if you have open credits, if you are not using them, or if there's a credit statement you can attach to it, and also and which, say what I mean, can you say what if we developer and you very request to say Obama developer now offer letter, so the offer letter will be addressed to you, the individual. Say now the a copy of land title certificates and now registered indenture account. And which say be home construction and your bill of quantities And no, it has to be prepared by a quantity surveyor, a certified quantity surveyor. And then now am I your building permits and then your architectural drawings. The initial documents. And he said, purchase na wo ya purchase there all the offer letter na beba but say construction na completion you will offer letter any your bill of quantities, any your building permit, and then your architectural design. If it happens and so say uni building permit from the start now you bet to me you see your receipt for the request of the building permit from the assembly a started process until time I baby. And also say be a equity release. I mean can say you see your property as a collateral to release funds now. And you give us an evidence of whatever you will need the funds for. And say be how do you see dying for Friday? You can give us an invoice and a bill of quantities. So they told dying for front. So any over my bill of an offer letter. Say being so how they talk. Fees and you can give us a copy of the bill. Men can say medical bills yes and medical treatment and our one then you give us an evidence of that as well. Now you support amount. Those are just the basic requirements. And to say as part of the policy, you have to open an account to service your mortgage with the bank. Into just a normal account opening form with its requirements. Now you activate the account amount. Thank you.
A very quick one, then I'll go to Mr. Douglas Oppong. Someone is asking, on average, how long, start to finish, how long does it take for one to go through a successful application?
Okay, so from the onset, internal processes, let me say swift, because we are able to control that. Within from the onset, you submit your application within 48 hours, you receive your letter of intent or letter of acknowledgement. After that, the letter of acknowledgement, within 10 working days, you'll be able to know how much you are qualifying for. Say, then in less than that, those number of days, you're able to know, say, you didn't qualify for the amounts that you are requesting for. But averagely, it takes 3 months. So the average turnaround time is 3 months because we have to conduct our due diligence with the developer. We have to conduct our due diligence at Lands Commission to ensure that the right amount quoted, into vendor na bloaty price amount and our value now. We have to ensure say there's a valuer going to site and we have the right value on file or being offered to you as the applicant. With all that, the average process takes 3 months for us to disburse.
All right. Thank you. I'll come back to you once again because you spoke about credit report. Should it be credit report from the diaspora or what? And also, if the person who is making the application living in the diaspora, can they use their pay slip from abroad? And roughly, how much should one earn before they will be able to make an application to go through a mortgage process? I'll come back to you. But let me go to Mr. Douglas Oppong. Mr. Oppong, talking about buy-to-let, Airbnb, and all that. Yes, I know these days Accra is getting choked with properties. Would you recommend anywhere else apart from Accra that one should be looking at when it comes to property investment? These days, a lot of people get away on weekends here and there. Where would you suggest for one to look at in the next 5-10 years that will be another hot cake area to invest in?
Thank you for that. It's a very genuine question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, it's a very genuine question because if you look at the skyline of Accra, there are lots of empty properties. These empty properties have been there for over 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. Now, it's even more so because a lot of people are buying properties to rent them out, and the concept of short stay has become very prevalent in Ghana. One of the key things about Ghana is we are not ingenuity. People are not original in ideas. When they see Akosua Mansa selling tomatoes and she's bought a car from it, everybody wants to go and sell tomatoes and buy a car from it. But they are not able to buy the car because they don't know how Akosua Mansa was able to get the tomatoes, where she sources it, and how she sells it. That is what is happening with the Airbnb market. Everywhere you go in Accra, Airbnb is prevalent. But you do a test of the Airbnb calendars of these properties. You see, the calendars are always all empty. The reason is because they're not getting bookings. So one of the clarion mantras of property investment is location, location, location. Make sure that your property is in a place that has happening things. So, for example, if you go to Kwawu, in the eastern region, we all know that Kwawu, in the eastern region in April, there is paragliding, there's Easter and all that. So if you are somebody who is going to invest in real estate and you are okay to have the seasonality of your investment in Kwawu for April, May, June, you know that those times you're going to make money. But you know that between July, August, September, maybe September, October, November is going to be less, booked. Then you have to take the hit. And Christmas, people will come in. So all you need to do is to make sure that the location of property is good. And more importantly, the short stay business is a seasonality business. There is something called Dirty Ghana. Dirty Ghana in December. The whole hotels, every hotel, all B&Bs are booked. So this is the time, this is our cocoa season. In summer is our cocoa season. So in summer, you can raise the prices. In Dirty Christmas, you can raise the prices, And so if you take the money you make during Christmas, the money you make in summer, and you square it across between January and April when things are low, and maybe September, October, November when things are low, you are able to balance your equation. So most important is the location. Number 2 is service, experience. Customer experience. When somebody comes into your Airbnb, your short stay accommodation, what is their experience? Do they experience light off, light outage, doomsaw? Is the Wi-Fi working? Internet, is it working? Do they have water? Do they have instant hot shower or not? All of these things. Like I think Debbie was saying, somebody like Mauto or you and I, we've lived here for a long time. We're used to constant electricity and, a lot of basic things, right? So when I come to your property in Ghana and all of a sudden the lights are off, maybe I may excuse you because I'm Ghanaian, I'm used to it. But somebody who is foreign is not going to be used to it. And so when they finish and they go to give you a review, and Airbnb or short stays, we thrive on the customer feedback. We call it reviews. They will say, when I went to Douglas Luxury Apartments, I had the first day I had doomsaw, the Wi-Fi wasn't working, there was smell, the place was dirty, the showers weren't coming. All of these things are going to kill your business. So in terms of investment, you need to look at your location and also where things are happening. Takoradi is another example. Takoradi, there's the oil city. There's a lot of traffic going to Takoradi from foreigners. So if you have a property in Takoradi and want to use it for short stay, it's a better place to also do short stay. But again, you need to know who your market is and what you are going to achieve over a year's period.
All right. Let's go to Debbie. Debbie, there was a question about credit report. If somebody is working in the diaspora, can they use their pay slip? And roughly how much should one earn before they'll be able to make a mortgage application? Then I'll pick questions on Zoom as well. Debbie. Oh, sorry. Elizabeth. My apologies, Elizabeth. This question goes to Elizabeth.
The question was, the credit reports. On the credit reports, because we don't have access to the credit bureaus, or we don't have access to some of their sites, you have to input your credit details to spool that data for us. So we require credit reports from the major ones, Experian, Equifax, and then TransUnion, if there's Credit Karma as well. So depending on your location, if you don't have these four that are mentioned, then we can be able to refer you to accredited source, which you can extract or spool that data for us. Also, pay slips, bank statements from the diaspora are accepted. You don't necessarily have to walk into the bank, or you don't have to send them via DHL or courier, any courier service, FedEx or anything. Transactions can be done via email, and they are very, very confidential. So trust us that once you send your documents through, there's no third party involved. It's just you, the applicant, and then the bank. When it comes to the issue of how much you should earn to qualify for a property, that depends on everybody's income. If I should mention a figure, probably your taste is to buy a property worth $60,000. And then I'll go and quote a figure which is in the range of 100,000. Provided you are earning an income which is enough to qualify for our minimum loan amount, which is $20,000, which a lot, even Ghanaians, are qualifying for. So a lot of Ghanaians in the diaspora are able to qualify for our facilities, irrespective of the minimum which they are earning. So I should just put it that way, that provided you are earning some source of income, and then you have a good credit, you have everything that you can support. If you also want us to do an assessment for you, I'm open to assist you. I can do a one-on-one assessment for you to let you know how much you may qualify for, and then we can take it up from there.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I will pick a few questions from the chat room as well. Let's go to, is it Linda? Linda, then I'll come to Emmanuel and Divine. Mefa me and saying abom tino mpacho mama yenti, whoever the question goes to, me jot it down after omomi and saying, you know, after the three questions, then my guest will respond to the questions. Linda, unmute yourself and answer the question.
Linda.
Yo, Linda.
Hey. Obu wabaha be oni nkrata be wanye sika opese ode ekoto dan ano kosi dan ode man abusuafo a ebiam betimi aye ne basa nti se mo
Linda, okaso ombe ne basa. Okaso ombe ne basa eno no wakura ho. Ombedi.
And then ye de come abusuafo a amubedi no na ye nso ye pese ye nya dan e wo Ghana ye kwa ya tena mu yi na ye ni nkrata wa na sika ni kita ye no se no ye be ye den na second e bia na me woda wo Kumase me pese me ye B&B uni B&B se vanse nkofo ekwa amakọ rent ni ade a me wo ha me pese me de ma busu ani bia na wadi anim ano so me ne den. And I said, no, pro to person Mrs. Adani be. Me person mo check some saying be ya misia. Me fancy wine so na on my misa customers na amoko ambeti mi akwada wana me so menye sika e wa brochiano. Nti me question no.
Me da see, but first one no ebeko ama Debbie. Na second one no Mr. Douglas Oppong. But you're mon jotting it down, mommy. I will come back to you. Let's pick Emmanuel. Emmanuel, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Hello, Emmanuel. We can't hear you, Emmanuel. Let's move on to...
Hello, can you...
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes. Let me say good evening to all of you, wherever you are, or good morning or good afternoon. Let me say this question particularly goes out to Elizabeth. My question was, hey, Bia said, basically, I'm taking myself as a scenario. Any, let's say 4,000 euros a month. How much minimum mortgage no media amount or Ghana? And on my website, if they have any particular website, I'll be to like we do abroad. Be a mortgage calculator, be a me input you data no in it. No, actually, how many years the average income you're required to get that mortgage. And I believe that is my only question.
Yeah, and I'll also recommend, she just put her details in the chat room. Please pick it up after the show. You can also get one-on-one with her, and she will be able to assist you. But Elizabeth will respond to that one as well. Let me pick Divine, then the 3 questions will be answered. Divine, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I am speaking from Germany, and sorry, my tree may not be really is that perfect, but I'm speaking from Germany, and my question probably would go to the estate developers. I recently acquired 2 plots of land in I think Castle or something. One of my younger brothers acquired it for me, and I'd plan to develop it. But as it stands now, I've put in a couple of investments and to develop it, but I think the project is not going as I had presumed earlier. And I would want to know from any of the right resource person here on this platform to know if there's a possibility that I actually give up the land for already developed property or apartment.
All right, cool. Let's start from Debbie. Debbie, the first question was with regards to cash buying. I'm in the diaspora. I have my money to buy my property, but I don't have my documentation. How do I go about it to be able to acquire property back home? Mr. Oppong, Airbnb in Kumasi, how would you assist someone who is having a property in Kumasi or who want to build and do Airbnb in Kumasi? How can your outfit help? And Elizabeth, somebody who earns about 4K euros, what mortgage size and obetimi enya? Debbie. Then Debbie will pick the last question as well, if you have any contribution to that.
I do. Maybe I'll show you. That's it for the question. And see, for paying in cash, and also say yes, sir. And I know about wow crass over joining off plan property na Abiana with the Sikana to why can see, but Abian do property ube to me at on prime area, ube to me return on investment and now panel. And see, a kind of properties nibichel, apartment or higher, say, and no, started with Tassa, 24 months. I would debate you and Kakran. And nyame adom so em se Nana Kwame no starting komo bia na ye ka say be mu sika wo fie, but omuntu men farm how to channel it no and minim say embrepem no you will come back and you will give us feedback say bit me aboy nuanom a omo da so some catch he will be brewum I no person mo eyenesa enti mbipemu Nana Kwame so betche say nia obetumi dey afa tap sense no maboa na osika na ba asumdwe ma bedru developers ne ho because enya be kan yensa de a unim say property no bi anya ne basabasa ena LC kan banks ne na mu na ye hudi enti eba ye ho dia you get your property ne eba yensa so eba manage amount eba pe client na ma ye on talk can free en ho utoria clients are ebe palma ma de bia obenya rental income wo abucho akoma beto yem ese misika na mbae no obi anse no weni betumi edi sika na echi obetumi echi an nkaka ena property network aso ano na Mr. Douglas can say also location. And location is a caswano. You have to ask yourself, say, what type of investment do I want to do? Then pese me see fee and I say pese me see baby for rental. Now we be sounds a caswa so rental yield, it's the same honum. Then you know the investment you would want to put on the land. And say be as a winya big rental yield there. Now my advice and say yanto your book not start free main pet small property be in center of the town. Now when you know utumenya property craft free be say East Legon, to say Jowulu, any idea and no return on investment Albanian or rent in Albanian who bet me there no be when you be $2,000 a month and who bet me kakra AC the awode ya wakaswano sa no na ambe se we adwuma bia o de ba wu so ebetumi aye ne kakra sa but sisia no e se obisa ho say what do I want to really do in kaswa and also say ubetumi so I contact building contractors. That one they will build for you and they will for and they will build for you according and they will build for you. So there will be any who be do sika. The Omega catcher said there will maybe if I say you will build it to this portion for you and also so on. Patrick, meaning my answer question amawa.
Okay. Thank you, David. Next week, I will bring another developer who takes on your personal project that you are doing, that you want them to manage and build it for you based on your resources. They will be on the show next week. So please come back here again next week and we will talk a bit more. And I'll bring another lawyer also who will also be able to assist you when it comes to land issues. He's going to be on the show next week. Let's go to Mr. Douglas Oppong. Airbnb management. How can you assist and what would be your advice for someone who want to do Airbnb in Kumasi or build a property in Kumasi for Airbnb?
Thank you, Linda. I think that what her fears are very realized, which is basically giving the money to the family and they not using the money to do what they have to do. And as far as Airbnb is concerned, that is why we set up Douglas Luxury Apartments in Ghana. We have a team who would go to your site, your property, and assess the property. They will assess the location. They will assess whether the property is, you can use the property for Airbnb, and they'll assess a lot of things. Once they've done that, they'll send a report to our team here in London, and we will then find out exactly what you need to do. And Kumasi is a very lucrative place. In fact, I use Airbnb anytime I go to Kumasi. In 2018, I traveled across Europe and a lot of cities, and Kumasi had the best Airbnb, and I wrote about it in 2018 on my LinkedIn page. So maybe if you want it, DM me, I'll send that article to you. So whether it's in Kumasi or Takoradi or Tamale or Accra, if you have a property and you are not living in it, or you are intending to build a property, do not just build a property as if you're going to live in it. Build a property as if it's going to be an investment property for you. When you go to Ghana, you can live in one apartment, rent the rest of it. And you don't have to go through your family. You can go through Elizabeth, you can go through Debbie, and these professionals will put you through the right people so that your investment will be solid for you. As far as Airbnb is concerned, we have a team in Ghana who would come to your apartment or your property, assess it, and do the needed for you to be able to have your property turn into an ATM machine for you.
Thank you. Let's go to Elizabeth. If somebody is in Europe earning about 4,000 a month, what size of mortgage enya?
Okay, thank you for that question. But I'll be glad if we can take that a bit offline so that we can do a proper assessment to let him know, because on the same platform, I think there was someone from the audience who was earning some much, but there were some other details which were not expressed or given on the platform, and the person was insisting on a certain amount. So I'd like to take that offline. So for our minimum loan amount, if you earn $600, then you can qualify for our minimum loan amount, which is 20,000 USD. So if you want to take a facility, then we take into consideration other liabilities. So once you mention just the 4,000 euros, probably you have some monthly obligations. Yeah. Exactly. So we'll have to do all that. So if you can share a pay slip, or we can have a call where we can do just an analysis of how much you earn, whatever goes into some monthly liabilities and all that. Then we can do an indicative assessment for you to let you know how much you may qualify for. I believe that is okay with the audience.
It is, because if you earn, let's say 4,000, and for argument's sake, you have a car loan that you are servicing, you have a mortgage that you are paying, you have a house that you are renting. All this will go into account for them to be able to tell you how much you can acquire. So yeah, I understand that. Have a word with him offline. Let's move on to Andy. Then after Andy, Emmanuel and Nana Ajimandia. Andy, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So I'm in the UK, and I know for you to qualify to do buy-to-let in the UK, you should be earning a minimum amount, and also the rent you can potentially get from the property should be able to service the mortgage. Do you do something like that? This will be for FNB Bank. Do you assess buy-to-let mortgages based on how much rent it will bring in? Thank you.
Elizabeth, I would like you to take this one quickly before I take Emmanuel.
Okay, so from the initial stages, we don't consider the rental income, because as at then, you don't have a tenant occupying the property already. But as it progresses, let's say after a year of assessment or after a year of servicing your facility, you can walk in. If you have a reputable statement, you have something to prove and evidence that you have an applicant, you have a tenant occupying the property, and this is how much the person is paying, then we can factor in your rental income as a source of repayment for you. Also, just like it was mentioned, you can buy a property and then on the hindsight, the property will be servicing your mortgage for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move on to Emmanuel Kwashi. Emmanuel, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Sure. Thank you very much. But the name is Emmanuel Kwanza. So I have a couple of questions. I'm currently based in Germany. And I have
Iman, can you please try to minimize it to 2 questions for me so that we can pick other questions in the chat room as well?
Sure, that's okay. So initially I had that concept of Airbnb also. So it's something I've been doing on a smaller scale in Germany. I never considered Ghana to be a massive market, but thank you, Mr. Oppong, for this. I would like to get in touch with you, so maybe at the end of the day, let me know how I can get in touch. I've tried to Google you on LinkedIn. I've seen something, but if there's a direct link, we appreciate it to also learn a lot from you. My second question goes to the banker about those of us living in the diaspora. So sometimes you have money that appears on your bank account other times you're doing some one or two business outside, that does not reflect on your bank account. So in calculating the mortgage that you qualify for, is there a way to capture all those incomes that, for the sake of avoiding taxes, you don't allow it to show on your bank statement? That's what the next one is, that if I have a property in Ghana and that's appreciated in value, how does the refinancing work in Ghana, and at what rate? I'm very much particular about the interest rate and how much it is in Ghana, and how feasible combining it with, especially if you're buying property for investment purposes. Thank you.
Thank you. Elizabeth, react to that for me.
Okay, so if they intend buying a property, or I think the latter part of the question was using what do you call it? I think I'm a bit lost. If you can,
unaccounted income, I would say that's how I would term it. Unaccounted income. I won't use the word that you use.
Okay, so if you have some income which is unaccounted or is not documented at the point of assessment, because it's not documented, how do we factor it in the assessment? That is one. If it's some form of cash, it's redeemable at any point in time. So we want something that is documented to make you, the client, comfortable when you are servicing your facility. So at the initial stages, if you walk in with no undisclosed income, we can't factor that in. Also, there's a product which is termed as the safe to own, where there are such incomes which are not disclosed, but you can prove to us that you can service your facility. So we give you, the clients, the opportunity to service your facility for a minimum of 1 year, maximum of 2 years, before we release funds to you as a mortgage. So during the mortgage phase, assuming you'll be paying, let's say $250 during the mortgage phase, we'll give you that opportunity to be saving that $240 monthly for a minimum of 1 year, maximum of 2 years. Also, if your property has appreciated in value and you intend to refinance that property here in Ghana, we will consider up to 70% the value of the property, and then we can refinance. So refinancing is probably you switching from a different bank, or you have some other facilities which are with some banking institutions or other financial institutions here in Ghana, and then let's say they are all spread, but you want to put everything under one umbrella, then we can definitely do that for you. And also the interest rates are on that for now is the rates which cuts across for now is 13.8, but you have the likelihood, or we are running a campaign where you can enjoy up to a discount of 1.5%. So you can walk away with 12.3% as your final interest rate. Please, I hope the question is answered.
Yes. There was another question here with regards to age limit. Okay, yeah. I think I can see it here. Okay, let me pick Nana Ajiman and I'll pick that question later on. Okay, I think it's here. 1 minute. All right, let me pick Nana Ajiman. Nana Ajiman, please unmute yourself and ask your question. After that, I'll pick up some of the questions from the chat room and we will bring the session to a close. And I will be speaking to the organizers of Ghana Music Awards USA shortly. Let's go to Nana Ajiman.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mecca Tree. Okay, so I just got our current interest rates now throw me off a little bit. So at 12.8%, Is it for what period are we looking at? Is it for the 20-year max or a 15-year or a 10? Other than that, we've been talking about multifamily properties, day renting, other stuff like that. But if let's say I want to develop a commercial, a large-scale commercial, let's say like a sports complex, do they also help finance those things, and also you have to come with the 40% at the 60 or the 70 at which they've set their prime at?
Okay.
All right.
Nana, can I go ahead, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to build a sports complex, with that you must have a primary residence, or you must have a residential property here where you can use that as a collateral to service the facility, because we are concentrating on individuals building homes. If you want to build a home, or you want to build any other thing as a developer as well. But for now, what we are doing is we concentrate on individuals that are building homes. So if you want to build a sports complex, then you should have a property which you'll be using as the collateral to service the facility, a collateral to release funds to build your sports complex.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Elizabeth, somebody is also asking with regards to credit. He said he's earning very good money, but his credit rating is very low. What can he do?
Okay, so the credit rating bits, your credit can be low. But what does the narration say? What does the history say? Do you have a bad credit? Maybe you have some loans that have gone to collections, or you have some loans that you are not settling. The history also counts. So once we have a detailed credit report, then the bank can be able to determine whether or not this is an applicant or a client that would like to work with. Probably there might be some unforeseen circumstances which are beyond you, the applicants, that led to you having that bad credit. With that, we can give you the opportunity to do a safe to own, so that we can determine that indeed you are trustworthy to take a facility. So we can give you the safe to own option, where you save for a minimum of 1 year, maximum of 2 years. And then you can take the facility after the time given to you. I believe this answers the question.
Right. Let me pick one or two questions, and we'll bring the session to a close. Nana, then there's a question here she's asking, what percentage do you need as a deposit for a property? That goes to Elizabeth and Debbie as well.
Okay. So, okay, let me go first. So, if you're buying a property, a minimum deposit you, the client, you are required to make is 20%. So, assuming you're buying a property with 100,000, or let me say you are buying a property worth 50,000 USD. The minimum deposit which you should make is 10,000 to the developer, and then the bank will top up with the 40,000, which is the 80%. But the 40 or the 80% which the bank is giving to you, the applicant, depends on the factors that are considered are your income, so your bank statements, your credit report, your pay slips. So we take that into consideration to know that indeed you qualify for the 80% which the bank is giving to you. Also, there are some applicants who walk in and say, okay, I'm buying a property worth 200,000. I can raise 100,000. So I want 100,000 from the bank. Are you able to give me? Yes, we are able to do that. So the bank can meet you halfway. But the minimum deposit which the applicant is required to do for a purchase is 20. And then the rest will be assessed based on your income and then your credit reports. Thank you.
Right. Let me pick Nana, iPhone, Liz, and I'll ask 2 questions from the chat room. Then we'll bring this session to a close. Like I said, I'll be talking to Ghana Music Awards USA organizers. Then we will open the breakout room for those who are having issue with their TapTapSend account. Then our customer service team will be there to assist them. And we will have TapTapSend focus section as well, where Mr. A-Class will be in the seat today for us. Let's go to Nana, iPhone. Nana, please unmute yourself and ask your question. And after Nana, Liz will continue.
Yeah, thank you for the time. My name is Nana Yao. I'm calling from the US. So I have a question. I have a BOT business, build, operate, and transfer in Ghana. And recently completed some of the hostels that I use my own money to build. Unfortunately, I'm run out of money, but I see a lot of people, a lot of customers coming to me for that aspect of my business. So I just want to ask if the banks are able to sponsor or maybe finance some of my project. And
Please.
Can you hear me?
Are you done with your question, Nana?
No, I have one more. For a credit report, I have a partner in Ghana. I want to partner, so we buy a property. And I know that Ghana doesn't really have a robust credit reporting. If I had to add a person, how is we going to be able to provide that credit report? And do they have anything like closing costs in terms of buying a property or maybe mortgage? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Elizabeth.
Okay. All right. So for the first one, if because of your business, you need funds to continue or to inject into the business. With that, do you have a property here? If you have a property, then you can use the property as a collateral, and then we can release the funds to you to build or to expand into your business. On the bit where you have a partner here, so your partner with that, because we are confined to here, we have access to the credit bureau here, so we can pull that data on behalf of your partner, and then we can add that to the documents for processing the application. With regards to the finance, as in closing fees, everywhere you go, obviously, when you are taking a facility, there are some charges or there are some fees that are incurred. So from our end, we have the application fee, and then we have the registration deposit. So registration deposit is to ensure that before you retire your facility, you walk away with a land title certificate. That's on our best effort basis. So we are going to assist you with that. So that's how come you make that deposit to us. And in the application fee, we use that for the due diligence and then administrative and other fees that will be incurred during the processing of your facility. Thank you.
Thank you. This question goes to Elizabeth, but the extension will also go to Debbie. What is the average interest rate on mortgage? What is the currency of the mortgage and the repayment? The currency of the mortgage and the currency of the property and the repayment, that also goes to Debbie as well. So Liz, take it.
Okay, so on the interest rates, currently we're offering 13.8 with a discount of 1.5%. So this is the best time to take a mortgage if you intend taking one. So you walk away with 12.3%. That is it's competitive on the market. So that's what the bank is offering us at now. With regards to the currency, the bank is lending in for Ghanaians, or let me say for residents here, the bank is lending both CD and USD. For non-residents, the bank is lending in USD. Thank you.
Debbie, more property, no, more turn only in dollars. And I say in dollars, and so I say, me repayment planner, does it attract any extra cost like interest on the amount na mukoti, you know.
So we quote in dollars, but payment, you know, in CDs at the time that the CD equivalent at the time of payment, you know, and say $40 now, say $40 now, na say and the end rate, bank rate, you know, then you can pay that equivalent in CDs. And I'm sure that it doesn't attract any interest or anything like that if you change the currency that it was quoted in.
All right, cool. I believe, sir, may guess Nina more contact details for that. Dave, we are getting some feedback from you. Please check your end for me. All right, cool. Let me take 3 questions and we'll bring it to an end. Yemfa Liz and Emmanuel Etuahene. Liz, yetio.
If I show me question, Mr. Douglas Oppong. Or can be say ultimate send a team be more moko sebia kumase share property dear draining again. Pacho Mr. Oppong mo charges saying and I think so are you able to help if the person want to finish the property after you've survey and make sure say a good location a bit me a Airbnb near the end. How much do you charge? That's my question. Thank you.
Yemfa Etuahene enka na ye answer ni mienu. Mr. Etuahene, Bacho, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Me Pacho, free bear getting to be 9 months in a minimum I transaction be me number first na me use no e mix kakra e ma me ko twa chip foforo.
Hello, Mr. Etuahene.
Hello.
Question if it's regarding tap sender and a property you be closely property topic in it then we will come back to tap send. We will open breakout room, and if you have issue with your account, go to breakout room 1. Your customer service team will be there and they will be able to assist you. If one go breakout room 1 now platform here, so we will answer your tap send question for you. If you bear with us, shortly we will tap send. Why?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Abusafo, say Hanomo and I'm the question time no ABC. If you have any further questions,
me answer my question, no, Nana.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Oppong, please speak Lee's question, mommy. Now, Yemfa, winning bra, yes. And then
okay, thank you very much. Team Wagana, so Kumasia, they can go and look at the property and do the assessment for you. Initially, you only pay their transport and accommodation. They can go and come the same day, really, if it's in Kumasi, and they'll come and do the assessment. After that, the report comes back to us, and we will assess your property and near a lot of due diligence, of course, research about the location, the area, the competition that you're going to be facing, and all of that. What you need to do to turn the property into the ATM machine for you, and that would include whether you need to do adaptations for property. I say baby, all of those things. It could just be small cosmetics. Then the next thing is furnishing. How about furnishing property? Do furnishing property to say the one demo order. Don't forget, say a hotel. A diner we when a hotel, when a local hotel or mobile or they are in competition, you are a hotel, and you have to furnish your property in a way or be a hotel now, no about how makes me stay with honor. So you are in competition with your local hotels, and so we'll do all of that for you in terms of how the property has to be furnished. The fourth element is the marketing of it. How I best set you up on all the Airbnb. So per se, yeah, manage mawa. We can manage it for you. There is a fee to be paid. So per se, a show how to do it. It will be a friend done for you. Done for you in the and what done with you. Done with you. We train you, teach you how you're going to run the property on your mobile phone and on your laptop. And after assessment, no, we do your done with you or done for you. Done for you, basically we take control and do it. So there's elements about turning your property into an ATM machine, which includes the assessment, the adaptation of the property into apartments, and also family group letting. Then there's the furnishing, and also there's the marketing and the listing on all the all the ATM online platforms, and also payment. Payment, whether says you per se Etrian Sidisa or Voda Cash account or Momo account or PayPal account. How do you receive your money? All of this has got to be set up for you. And that is what we'll do for you. In terms of fees, Lydia, it depends on what we find and what the report says. I hope I've answered your question.
All right.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Liz. I've really run out of time for this session. And until you better wrap it up. Next week, I will continue with the property investment. I'll bring property developers. They are able to help you to complete your project. If you want them to help you manage it for you, they will be able to help you to build to a completion stage. They will join us next week. I'll try and still bring Liz if she'll be available, or First National Bank if they will be available. I'll bring them, and we'll continue the same topic, property investment in Ghana. So at this point, I will go to Debbie with her remarks. We come to Elizabeth, and we will take it also from Mr. Douglas Oppong, and we'll end this session. We'll go for a break. When we come back, tap focus section, and we'll open breakout room. And if you have any issue, you'll go there for customer service team to assist you. Debbie, your closing remarks.
Mpacho enti na ye pese ye ka che wan se mu pese mu ye investment wo Ghana mu fanfa yeso ye be boa mu ma mu nya mu property no a mu sika enko basa na mu investment no atena ho atwen mu na aye cash machine amamo enkofo bebre atteste ye na omwenya good results enti bibiani amonfe Whitewall me the number at the chat room honum. We are available to give you consultation for free. And we are here to consult and give you the best plan to be able to start the investment journey.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, Debbie from Whitewall Properties. Yenko Elizabeth Ashie from First National Bank, Ghana. Ashie.
Okay. All right. So once again, thank you for having me on your platform. It's been a very interactive session. If anyone wants to take a mortgage, I'll say that this is the best time because one, we are offering interest rate reduction, and then we ensure and we assist you through every step of the way. There's an assigned staff or an assigned executive to assist you if you don't understand anything from the onset, from the very go. There's somebody to assist you. We give you tailor-made solutions. So if you don't need something, we won't give that to you. We won't sell you a product, or we won't give you a product which you don't need. So we ensure that before you walk away, you are smiling, you are happy. We have your interest at heart. So we give you something that, a mortgage is a lifetime investment for a maximum of 20 years. So we want to build that relationship with you. If you intend taking a mortgage, this is the best time. My details have been left in the chat room. If you want any assistance, any form of consultancy with regards to mortgage, I'm always open. I'm available to assist, either via WhatsApp, via text message, via email. I'm always available to assist. Thank you very much.
Elizabeth Ashie, Business Development Analyst from First National Bank Ghana. Elizabeth, that's it, and then you may for joining us once again. Thank you so much. Let's go to Mr. Douglas Oppong.
Nana Kwame, thank you very much for having me here again. Thanks to your listeners and very insightful information from Debbie and from Elizabeth. All I will say is this, that if you live in the diaspora, you're working very hard. You're spending a lot of money, investing, like Debbie said, lifetime investments in Ghana. Don't let it rot with family. Don't give it to family. Let that investment work for you. Find a means to turn that property, the land, whatever you're doing, let it work for you. We are here for you. I've been in this game for a long time. That is why I've set up Douglas Luxury Apartments. So if you want to do mystery shopping, go to douglasluxuryapartment.com. If you're traveling to Ghana, you can go live in one of our properties and see how we've done it. And you can take cues from that. And also, if you want us to help you turn your property into a short stay investment, we can do that alongside the likes of Debbie, alongside the likes of Elizabeth. We all work together so that we can help your investment in Ghana become something that is profitable. Be on the lookout, because in the next few months coming, I will be rolling out my Airbnb masterclass across the diaspora. And so whether you're in Ghana or Nigeria or Kenya, wherever you come from, if you're building in your country, watch out for our advertisement for Airbnb masterclass. Turn your property into an ATM machine in Africa. Thank you.
Mr. Douglas Oppong from Douglas Luxury Apartment. Uko Eye Accra. Tetekwashiran about a very lovely luxury apartment bi ohonomo or apartment ohonomo. Just say the last time I was in Ghana because Chile kakra hopa and apart from a honso or Douglas Court or Medina Pantine Junction honomo intino say o pese uko o my Ghana mu na mpe busuafo de bia o asuma pe o baby na question na Chile kakra na wasan aba holiday no e wonso betimi akono yo abusuafo enche medi dwumadie no ebeba wie na me kai wo say all this program was streamed. This program is being streamed on Facebook, YouTube, on our YouTube platform, OT Media TV. Please, Don, I'm going to pick you. 1 minute. I'm going to pick you. OT Media TV. You can play back all this interview again. And also, if you want to join our WhatsApp platform, anytime that we are going to have a program, we post it on our WhatsApp platform. I've posted the link in the chat room. You can click on the link and join OT Media Group WhatsApp platform. Anytime we are having a program, you'll be able to get notification. A big thank you to all my guests this evening. At this point, I am crossing over to US of A. Honomo and a weekendy Ghana Music Awards. Ebe koso ewo honomo na the organizers of Ghana Music Awards USA are joining. Kaise Ghana Music Awards USA. Tap send a proud sponsor of this event. You want to hear a little bit from the organizers what Omo should expect from Ghana Music Awards. Don, before that, my main J, a quick ad break about Ghana Music Awards. Nafi Mino Wonkasa. Producer, one ad.
Last year, we sold out the Lincoln Theater, and Columbus, Ohio asked us to come back. It's that time again. Columbus and America, are you ready? Get your tickets and dancing shoes for this year's Tap Send Ghana Music Awards USA.
Some girls nowadays, them ask for some crypto.
Happening live on the 26th of August at the Plush Lincoln Theater, Columbus, Ohio. For ticket info, go to my.cbusarts.com/5662. That's my.cbusarts.com/5662 or www.gmausa.org/tickets. Remember, 200 plus tickets are already gone. Don't wait to be told. Grab your tickets now. Sponsored. Powered by.
Right. And it is Abria Minoka say the organizer, Ghana Music Awards USA, while joining Ewo Ahumana so line or so. Dodona a friend Don. any ni dianga se shadakem obebo edi ache don me mo ajo ema akwaba edi ba eye OT Media TV enyumre.
Me now so say Dennis Boafo. Dennis Boafo. But
Dennis
like
Boafo
okay,
wey
to do an half
iron
on D one.
Don
Yes.
D. Don.
And
Now is
this
it possible
year,
to
I mean, I
have a video?
don't. But that's in a
Is it possible so make me have a video of mine?
Okay, just give me 1 second, sure.
Yeah. We will appreciate it
Yeah.
because you are streaming, so we want to see you. We want to see you.
Yeah, because I'm touching down Columbus and still I'm driving. And this year, Ghana Music Awards USA in Columbus, Ohio, like we did last year. And last year, mobile, they saw the turnout. You see how massive it was. So Columbus area, Hannah. This is our 3rd edition. So you want to come here and come join us. Let's have fun. And Ghana Music Awards, it means we are celebrating Ghanaian culture, music, and our stars. And also, one other thing too, we like telling people since there, they shouldn't regret. They should never regret signing up with Tap Send. They should never regret using Tap Send because they are the only business who are financially supporting local businesses like Ghana Music Awards USA. They are supporting our culture, they are supporting our music, they are supporting our entertainment. Everywhere we go, they are there with us. So all I can say is that Tap Send is doing the most for all Ghanaian businesses. And don't feel bad at all when you're using Tap Send. You ask yourself, the other platforms, where are they sending their monies to? That's where you need to understand. Say, Tap Send is the only app currently who is supporting Ghanaian businesses in America very, very well. And don't feel bad about sending using Tap Send. And again, Ghana Music Awards USA. This is
before you go on, somebody is asking me, say, now yes, it don't on any wine. You can't don't only wine.
My name is Dennis Boafo, and I was born and bred in Accra. And I went to school of social work and also went to Legon and later on came to America. And I'm a cybersecurity analyst. I'm a business guy and also a social worker. And I'm the CEO of Ghana Music Awards USA, like as you all see. And
that's what I wanted to know. Yeah.
I'm the CEO of Ghana Music Awards
USA. All right, cool. Let's zoom into the night. And a performances being the expected, a DNA or more should expect from the night.
Okay, so we have Ben Bracco. This year we are actually celebrating our high life music. So we have Kumi Guitar. Kumi Guitar is one of the best high life artists in Ghana. Is here with us. We have Ben Bracco. We are mixing the old and then the new. And we also have Come Back, who is headlining the show. And we have Togo Sisters, who are celebrating their 40th anniversary. So Togo Sisters will be in the building. We have Joanne, we have Steve, we have Melissa Yankee, gospel artists coming through. We have a lot of people coming. A lot of performances coming through this weekend. So, if you are in the Columbus area or in America and you want to come, you don't want to miss it. Yeah.
So we been to tickets na so peso auto ticket fana obenya ticket at all oba gate obenya bi at all and I say ahead of time saying and obetimi preparation to be part of this event.
Okay, so only 12 tickets now Columbus area. What you can do is you can go on my CBus Act /5662 my.cbus Act /5662 and now you can call 609-251-0178 for your tickets. The tickets, it's for $100 or $200. I think $200 got in the VIP Nasa. Dakar 150 and Dakar 100 is be all. If anybody want to buy, just call this number 609-251-0178. Yeah, to buy your tickets.
All right. Don, your last words na yenja na twaso ekoye wajuma so that the night will be well organized and people will come and just enjoy. Your last words.
So like I said, GMA USA is here to celebrate our music and our culture and our staff. So everything GMA USA is now geared towards supporting our local artists in America. And also we just want to say a big thank you to Tap Send who is doing the most for GMA USA and Ghanaian Entertainment, because they sponsored us last year and this year. And I just want to say I'm just so proud to be affiliated with TapTap. And if anybody want to send, if you're a new sender and you want to send money to Ghana, you can use the promo code GMA USA for a cool $15. As you all know, $15. Use GMA. Don't use any other one. It's GMA USA.
Platform so done. What will be platform so every promote you one. What's that promote you code account? Hey, Abranti.
Anyway, so everybody just come, let's have fun tomorrow, and then God bless you all. I mean, stay right. Boss, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yo, CEO of Ghana Music Awards USA, and I obtain Kano, or see Nyame Yadmoni 26. Ebeye butu ewo Columbus, Ohio. Ti bomodi ansa oben empatemu honoma bomodi na fu ani che honomo ebeye kama pa. Yo, sabra idea medane me ho na mafa a quick ad break. Me ba ora A class ebetina dwam na what the TapTap Send focus no e de atoa so aman. Afi nso no ye bebie breaker room 1 na or any issue you go there for our customer service team to assist you. Producer, let's go for a quick ad break. When we come back, we'll open a breakout room.
Joe Metal Ministries presents The Kadosh live in London, featuring Onos Aria and Diana Hamilton. Also ministering Tab Worship, Shekinah, Luigi McLean on Saturday the 9th of September 2023. Time 6 p.m. The venue is the Dominion Centre, 9 High Road Wood Green. Standard ticket is £25, £45. Double VIP is £40. To purchase your tickets, go to joemetalmusic.com. Sponsors are TapTap Send, Reverb Studios, Joe Metal Ministries, Compassion. Media partners are Rainbow Radio, Hot Digital, 1615 Media, and A Step Forward. It will be a night to remember.
He alone is worthy of our praise.
You are everything that I need, Jesus.
Get ready to enter into a sacred place where hearts unite in praise as we lift our voices and spirits in worship. Join Lady Ajua Ministries as we present In His Presence with Lady Ajua with a special guest, Diana Hamilton. Also featuring Samuel Refine, Lydia Cabs, and Emmanuel Jemfi. It's happening on Saturday, 2nd of September 2023 at 5:30 p.m. The venue is Trinity Baptist Church, 2nd Thornlaw Road, Norwood, SE270SA. Rate is free. Sponsors TapTap Send, Diaspora Insurance, Joint Gospel, Apex Financial Consultants, Media Partners, Footprint TV, Glover's Hub, Alpha Gospel, Hypers Media, Lois Hypes, Palm TV, Skilled Multimedia, and Champ Media. It's happening on Saturday, the 2nd of September. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Come and lay your crowns in His presence. Last year, we sold out the Lincoln Theater, and Columbus, Ohio asked us to come back. It's that time again. Columbus and America, are you ready? Get your tickets and dancing shoes for this year's TapTap Send Ghana Music Awards USA.
Some girls nowadays, them ask for some crypto.
Happening live on the 26th of August at the Plush Lincoln Theater, Columbus, Ohio. For ticket info, go to my.cbusarts.com/5662. That's my.cbusarts.com/5662 or www.gmausa.org/tickets. Remember, 200 plus tickets are already gone. Don't wait to be told. Grab your tickets now.
Sponsors. Powered by 2023 Newcastle African Cup of Nations live on Saturday, 26th of August 2023 at Walker Activity Dome, Newcastle, NE63BR. Come, this is a clash of Africa on the football pitch.
My name is Dionido, Nigeria.
My name is Tony. I'm the captain for Ashie Pongo. Abisijo, representing Ghana. We are fired up. We are fired up for today. This tournament will be our tournament. Don't worry. We're very prepared. We're very ready to go and enjoy. Hopefully, we'll win it. We are fired up. We are the ones winning this game. So, you know, football is a tricky thing. So you don't know. on that day we'll decide. But I know Nigeria is very strong. In a previous tournament, we went through the final with them. Well, there's very, very strong teams around. So, you know, football is a tricky thing. So you don't know. If you win this tournament, how will you celebrate?
This event is proudly sponsored by Tap Send. Tap Send, fast, easy, and secured way of sending money.
Yo, abusia for ebra ye call tap saying focus section. And no ebra ye be breakout room. Breakout room 1 say ye be or any issue with your tap send account. Mepacho call breakout room 1. Yen customer service team ebe honum to assist you with your issues. Platform is no ora A class ebetina dwam or any suggestion contribution bia obetimi ediaba na eno nso no ya traso na ya twetwe enkomo said ye ebeya tap send app no use no ebeya very easy and convenient for you to continue to use it to send money to your loved ones in Ghana and in Africa. Mr. Kobe A class Mbacho, this is your time. Take over.
That's Nana Kwame and then Dennis Boafon saw the media money property investment funds. So a damna masi. The moment I'm madam, Mamma Chiata, may tell Jomo Ama Inia Kofi AJ, watching a chicakra, internet and media, is it mentioned Popa, and Vaja me half far. Into said the Danano, but what?
Was it when
yes,
you're near Chianante in Nayachi?
You volume look at crack. It's a patch of what question and answer what contribution be on patch of. But me a page at one sat, Nese, ya fro, Nese, a take it from there one for much of PE to the pat show. Okay, in a manner, Pacho, wait me all me too. Ama Odiano Ako Ama. Man, Pacho, the Okana de Papa and Tune to just a me too, or Honkakra.
Yeah. Pacho, na minimum a year, Jumakakra, and Breakakra. Be number na me use no mix it up kakra ama me ko twa foforo afi me track ya omo ma me provide some information be yes so me de ma omo no me transaction enko intino ama ma worry pa. You know, anytime be a me try say many bedi nko bi answer no emre ne ho no ntiene na chance aboma say etimi ebisa de ntia ama sa me transaction me pese me yen enko.
All right.